All right, I was asked to give a bid on removing 2 alder trees, and they are dead. The problem is they waited way too long to get these things out of here. And you can see the bark is starting to peel off. It's separating, and it's very dangerous. Now, had this been removed even 3 months ago, before the wood had become so weak, it would be a fairly straightforward job. It would actually be quite easy. You know, there's things we have to look out for around here, but we could rope everything in, and you know, pick one of these as a gin pole and zip. But what you have to understand is that certain types of trees, they degrade quickly, especially when they're dead. You'll get these little fissures, these little cracks, you know, these little fungal separations in the wood that run all the way through in little lines. And that's what causes the tree to go back into the earth. You know, it'll just start fracturing and pieces go back in, and it's a kind of a short-lived tree to begin with. They're typically creek trees, and they make great soil. But you don't want to climb these things when they're like this. So unfortunately, we can't get a bucket back here. We can't get a crane back here. So what we're going to have to do is, to make it as safe as we possibly can, is we're going to have to tie all 3 of these things together so that if anything does fracture, we've at least got a backup. You can see there's big limbs up there that have just snapped off. They're just hanging there. So this tree is really, it's ready to just implode. So we can get it down, but it's really not the way it should have been done. We got another one over here. The city where we're at, they're very strict about removing trees. So they've got a permit on this. This one will be a little bit more difficult. But this tree is actually a lot safer. This one does have some bark spreading off of it, but it's not as bad. They're both totally dead, but you can tell by the amount of little seed cones that are still on the tree that this tree just died, and that one's been dead for probably a year. So between the 2 of them, this will be the safer tree to remove. We've got less of a drop zone. We got to bring it down in pieces and rope everything down. But well, I sure wish they would have gotten that one out of here before it was so hazardous to put a climber up into it.